guide you guys how you can start your preparation for SBI PO interview. कैसे आप लोग अपना preparation start कर सकते हैं SBI PO interview के लिए. And second thing, we will be having a special chief guest. हमारे साथ में join करने वाले हैं शिवा रमा प्रसाद सर, ex General Manager, State Bank of India. Sir was also the panel member of IBPS, so he is the best source to guide you or to give you guidance related to how you can prepare for interview of SBI PO. कैसे आप अपना preparation कर सकते हैं. Although if you have the interview in the coming time for IBPS PO also, this session is going to help you a lot. दोनों ही केस में session आपकी बहुत ज़्यादा help करने वाला है. So first of all, sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Welcome to Oliveboard, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sir, there are lots of questions students are asking on a regular basis to us. They are posting on my Telegram group, they are posting on the different platforms of Oliveboard related to the preparation strategy of interviews, because we have back-to-back 2 interviews in line. One is SBI PO, and just after that there will be the interview for IBPS PO also. So sir, we want the tips that how the student should start their preparation, what will be the questions. I have few number of questions which are shared by actually students only. मैं वो questions आपके साथ share करूंगा sir. I'll share the questions one by one with you. Please try to guide us, including me, that how we should improve on the interview aspect, sir. First question is how to prepare for SBI PO interview, sir. क्या main topics, what should be the main topics we should focus on while preparing for the interview?
First of all, interview is an art as well as science. Even though you are having good knowledge, if the presentation skills are not up to the mark, then interview board may not like it. I may have the good knowledge in current affairs, good knowledge in the subjects, but if at all I am not properly presented, then it is a negative marks in the interview. So to start the particular preparation of PO's examination, the broad knowledge about the Indian economy is very much required. Indian economy means whatever the 3 important sectors are there. If you are having command, definitely it is a win situation to you. Not only this one, you are appearing for the bank POs. Bank means a financial institution. Whatever the latest developments are there in the financial system, like Reserve Bank of India guidelines or the particular other banks, if at all any problems are there, all these things, if you masterize, then you will be the winner. Otherwise, there is no specific guidelines, this subject or that subject. Based on your response, the interview person, particularly the board, will ask some more questions. Particularly, if at all you are having some SWOT analysis is very important. What is your strengths? Why should I select you? Why not others? Like this type of questions will arise.
Yes, sir. So, sir, if I'll short it a little bit for the student. So, with the knowledge, presentation is most important.
Yes.
How you are going to present your data. If you have lots of knowledge, lots of data with you during the interview, and you are unable to present it properly in front of the panel, there is no use of that data.
That too, right? In a simple manner, in bullet points manner.
Yes,
not a theory type. This is not an examination. Yes. Whatever the questions are raised by the board, you have to spontaneously, if you answer in a bullet forms, then it is success rate will be more.
You will be able to score good marks if your answers are in bullet point clear. They will be able to understand it easily.
Exactly.
Okay. So, sir, like budget is going to come on 1st of February.
Correct.
And all the students are having interview just after the budget. After few days, after a week, we can expect the interviews will be there, week or 2 weeks.
Okay.
So, how much weightage of budget is going to means we can expect in the interview? How much focus a student should keep on the budget, sir?
Because it is a current affairs. Current affairs, that is Indian economic budget. The budget, how it helps for the growth of the economy. That too after a pandemic COVID-19. So this type of, because here the stuff of the candidate is very much required. Once the candidate is having a broad knowledge about the economy, definitely he is useful to the bank for the business development growth like that. How the budget is impact on the banking industry, whether the bank business will increase or decrease or any challenges are there, that type of questions you have to prepare, then only you are able to answer. For this one strategy I'm taking, telling about the strategy, the highlights of the budget and the implication on the highlights on the economy as well as banking is very much required. If you prepare in this line, in that line, definitely you will be the winner.
Okay. So mostly we will be having complete budget in front of us. So from the budget, we have to took out the point which are related to economy, mostly related to the banking and financial sector. If there is any change in foreign direct investment, if what will be the amount of disinvestment in the bank, reinvestment amount government will announce for the banking and financial sector. So all
Yes.
these points we should prepare, and what will be the impact of them in the
Yes.
pointers point in the way of pointers, a student should prepare for it.
Particularly take for example, deficit is there. In every budget, a deficit will be there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Once the deficit means it is additional supply of money in the economy. Once
Correct.
the additional supply is pumped in the economy, whether there is there any impact on the inflation rate of the country or not. Once the inflation is there, how will affect on the economy as well as the banking sector? That type of questions they will ask from the candidates. They will expect the from the candidates.
Okay, okay, sir. I just want to take one or two doubts, sir. One student asking, will all these things will be covered by Priyanka? I am going to cover all these questions. Whatever the sir is telling to us, I'm also having all the data related to this, and these questions will be discussed by me. Don't be worry about that in your batch. So I'll discuss it. Don't worry. So it is not your worry. I'll discuss it. ठीक है? मैं करूँगा इनको discuss. Okay. Sir, second question, sir. Dress code. Lots of time students are not aware about that. What is the dress code they should wear? For one by one, we can discuss about the male and female. What is the dress code they should wear for the SBI PO interview, sir?
Actually, whenever the appearance is one of the important factor, whatever the interview marks are there, that will be split into the knowledge, the presentation, the appearance, the critical decision making process. Like that, they will split into whatever the 100 marks are there. 100 marks will be split into 10 parameters. In the 10 parameters, the appearance is also one of the important. If it all the appearance means whatever the light colors dresses, that is preferable, not the thick colors dress. Why? Because they have to provide the customer service in the banking branches. Once they are using the casual dresses, then automatically the image risk of the bank will tarnish. So that is also very important. And the dress should be neither new nor old. So if at all new dress is there, it is a discomfort to the candidate while answering the question. If at all old dress, it kills the image risk. So that is neither new nor the old.
Very old, yeah. Means it will be best if you will buy a dress few days before of your interview. You should be habitual of wearing it.
Correct.
You should be comfortable on that day of wearing that particular dress.
Correct.
Sir, there is a question. One student is asking, can we counter members in some question during the interview? Sometimes there is a situation that a student is giving some answer. Panel member said, no, not like this. So can panel member can counter? So can you answer it, sir?
Counter, once they are countering that particular answer, then you have to tactfully convince the board member. Not straight away that is wrong, that is right, like that. Don't argue. Okay. Here it is not the argument platform. But here convincing the whatever the rational or logic is there in that particular question, you have to try to convince the board favorably. Otherwise, it will be a negative mark. It will be definitely a negative mark.
Correct, correct. So if guys, if you are not satisfied with the statement of panel member, you have to convince them politely, as polite as possible.
Yes.
Because you are sitting in front of the very senior bankers, very senior members of the banking industry, you can't argue with them.
Yes.
So this is what blazer is necessary. Blazer or tie is necessary or not, sir? One question is there, sir. Is blazer necessary or tie is necessary for SBI PO interview?
Particularly the SBI POs is on par with the earlier SBI POs is on par with IAS cadre.
Okay.
That much knowledge, that much skills they should have. So that's why here blazer it gives some discomfort to the candidate. But the tie is compulsory. The tie is compulsory. But the wearing the tie, it should match with the shirt also. Or if at all it is a mismatch is there, then automatically the appearance the problem will arise. Once the appearance problems arise, then automatically the score will less.
Okay.
But here, if at all you are more comfortable in blazer, undoubtedly you can wear it, no problem. But some people, they are not habituated to wear the blazers frequently. For those people, it is gives inconvenience. Then automatically, once he is feeling inconvenience, then the thoughts queue will not arise. Whatever the questions they are asking, if it is inconvenience for him, then the queue of the answers will not arise. So whatever the best is, the minimum is a tie is very much required, no doubt. But whatever the shoes are there, that is properly polished. Otherwise, because here the distance will be maintained from the board to the candidate. If the full structure of the candidate will be visible to the interview board.
Correct, sir. Got it. So I think guys, you have got the answer of sir. I'll move towards the next question, sir. The most important thing is introduction for every candidate during the interview. What are the points they should keep in the introduction? Lots of students are confused at what they should keep in the introduction.
Introduction means here the family introduction. Second one is education background.
Okay.
Next, if at all any achievements are there, that is also to be highlighted because it is the plus point. Suppose I am the district first in the intermediate, or I am the state first in the degree, or I am the gold medalist. That is to be properly placed in your presentation. Take for example, some of the people, they are the district player or community services, they got some award from the state government. So here, it should be simple. Some of the people, what they are doing is they are starting with my family members are for Mr. So-and-so, Mr. So-and-so. That names and other things are not required. But here, two children, one is a daughter, one is the son. I am the son. My my sister is working for Infosys like that. Then my father is an agriculturist or a businessman. From there, you jump to the qualification. Some of the people, they are telling about the name of the father, name of the mother, that type of irrelevant questions are. That is irrelevant questions from the interview board point of view.
Yeah. Got it, sir. Means we have to talk about the family, just the relevant data. It is not required to stretch more about the family.
Correct.
The panel member want to know about yourself, about the candidate, about the life of candidate, profile of candidate, not about the family. So family introduction should be short, right?
Short.
There is a question, sir. Please correct me if I'm wrong. There are lots of students, those are asking that interview will be only in English language or any other language we can prefer for it. According to me, sir, if the interview is there in North India, because I worked for many years in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh, I saw that they were taking the interview of SBI PO also. Central Bank of India was conducting the interview because that was the lead bank in Bhopal. So they were taking the interview in English Hindi combination type of thing. Like mostly they were asking the question in English, so you have to answer in English. If the question was in Hindi, they can answer in Hindi. But I have observed, because from 2016 I'm in Bangalore. So from that time I'm observing and I'm suggesting to the candidate, if you are in South India and you are going for the nationalized bank or State Bank of India, you should keep your answer in English only. If I'm right, sir, please tell me, or is there any other view you have over it? Please suggest to everyone.
The provisional officer's posting is anywhere in India,
Yes, sir.
not restricted to the particular south or east or west or north.
Correct.
Like for example, circle-based officers are there.
Yes.
The circle-based officers are more or less equivalent to provisional officer.
Yeah.
But the language, local language is must. But the provisional officers are plus when compared to the circle-based officer. They may be posted in Gauhati, they may be posted in Maharashtra, they may be posted in Uttar Pradesh, like that. But here, the English is must, and the national language, Hindi, is also to a large extent. Because most of the people, they are well versed in these two languages. Local languages, absolutely ruled out. Ruled out means national language, English. But they have to draft the letters. If at all they are fully conversant, not conversant with English, then it is a problem for the provisional officers. That's why these two languages are important. In addition, whatever the local language, if they ask a local language, you respond in local language only, not in English. Some of the people, they will talk in English even though the interview board is asking in local language.
Okay.
Because they want to know whether he is having the knowledge in local language is there or not. In that case, you respond in local language. There is no problem. That is a positive point only, not a negative point.
Okay. So if I point it out, so if they are asking the question in the whatever the language they are raising the question to you, try to answer in the same language.
Correct.
If you know that language, definitely you should answer in that language.
Correct.
So if there is a question in front of you in Hindi, in UP, MP or Bihar, you're giving the interview and your question is there in front of you in Hindi, then definitely you can answer in Hindi. There is no problem.
But one more thing, in the biodata also, languages known, read or write,
correct,
will be marked by the candidate. While verifying the biodata, the interview board also verifies that one. If at all they are not aware of Hindi, they don't ask in Hindi also. Correct,
sir. Correct. Got it, sir. Got it. So guys, you have already filled in your application form. Few people were asking here that should we carry resume with us and all? Nothing required. Your application form is already with the panel members, and almost every question will be from your application form. Almost everything.
Correct.
Sir, one interesting question is here from one student. He's asking that how we can get an idea, sir, our interview was good or bad. Panel member was satisfied from our performance end of the interview. Is there a way to get an idea?
Idea means here, it is a confidential information, first of all.
Yeah.
Second one is, if at all the interview board appreciates about your answers and keen in listening your answers, and they are discussing about your answers among the interview board, you can guess it. So on account of my positive replies only, they are appreciating like that. But some of the interview boards wish you all the best. God bless you, like that, because some of the interview board members proactively, oh no, this candidate is a worthy candidate. Then automatically, spontaneously, they will tell, wish you all the best, like that. So it means some indication. It doesn't mean don't take this one as a permanent formula, but it depends upon the board and all these things. So many parameters are there. But some other people, they will proactively appreciate the candidates. Means some good results may happen.
Yeah. Okay. So I would suggest to the student, guys, try to give your best. Don't try to take out something out of your interview like, okay, I have done like this, so definitely my interview is awesome. Or I have done like this, so my interview was worst. Don't do like this. Just try to give your best and leave rest for your final result, that what is going to come in the final result. Priyanka, I want to repeat you all these questions, your profile based questions, we are going to discuss separately in the batch. So this is the generic session for all the students. So we can take the questions which are generic, which are relevant for each and every candidate. Okay. Not the personal question for any individual we can raise here.
Correct.
Yeah. Sir, body language, sir, means what is the body language this student should keep while giving the interviews? If a little bit idea you can give, sir.
The posture is also very important, sitting posture. So if at all the hands are on the thighs, and if your posture is good, and don't raise your hand like this. So if at all you're rising, then the interview board may feel it is a negative mark. It is a negative mark. Whatever the questions they're asking, straight away tell, no problem. Why you are raising the hands and all these things. This type of moments, it is odd, not a positive sign. So take care of that one, and don't move. And whatever the questions they are asking, straight away you answer by seeing that particular member. If at all X member is asking question, don't see Y member. You focus your eye to be catched with the X member only, not the Y member. That is also important. Some of the people, if the X is asking, they are looking in Y's face or chairman face. Chairman, whatever his questions are there, once it is completed, he don't see your face. The next person will ask the questions. Whoever is asking, you see that face only, not the other faces.
Oh.
The direction is very important.
Okay. So, sir, can we say that like while someone is asking you, you have to keep the complete focus on that person. But while answering, you have to make the eye contact with everyone, like you are trying to give the answer or you are trying to make satisfied to everyone in the panel. Is it correct, sir?
Correct. Correct.
Okay. So
suddenly,
guys,
while asking X person, if Y person is also asked,
yes, sir.
Share that particular moment, both to these people properly. Properly. Don't neglect any person.
Okay. Sometimes a panel do ask to the candidate that, okay, is there any question from your side? Usually at the end. So why this question they are asking, and are they really expecting any question from the candidate?
No. Suppose take for example, some doubt is there. Inflation, particularly the supply of money leads to inflation.
Okay, sir.
The candidate told, no, sir, supply of money not always leads to inflation. If at all that type of any questions, doubt is there in the minds of the person lingering, then they can raise, then it is a positive sign. Take for example, interview board told, no, Mr. Once the supply of money is increasing, definitely the inflation will increase.
Yeah.
But in the candidate's mind, it won't increase the inflation. But if at all he raises that question, okay, unknown things also he is getting clarified from us. That is gives us some positive result.
Okay.
Not how I am, whether I have fared well or not. That type of questions.
Yeah, sir. Got it. So whenever the panel member are asking you, do you have any question at the end? If you really have some question from your overall interview, then only raise it. Do not create useless question and put in front of the panel and the end. Just you want to answer it. You can clearly say, no, sir, I am comfortable. Everything was clear, sir, from my side, sir. No issues. So you just thank them at the end. Do not raise any useless question.
Correct.
Yeah. Sir, another question is, this year students are worried that GD round will be conducted by the SBI or not. Like last year we saw, because of the COVID, last time GD was not conducted, sir. So they are worried GD will be conducted or not. Second thing, do panel member have access of all the marks of GD numbers, like how the candidate have performed in GD? These are the two questions, sir.
Actually, group discussion and the interview is alag separate.
Different method. Okay.
So these persons will not sit in the interview board. Those persons will not sit in group discussion purpose.
Okay.
These marks are separate, that marks are separate. Interview board may not aware of how much marks are scored by the candidate in group discussion.
Okay.
So here, on account of pandemic COVID-19, they may discontinue that particular group discussion for 1 or 2 batches like that. Yes, it doesn't mean in future also that will continue like that. But a group discussion also, in the group, how he is presenting the case or presenting that particular statement, that they will closely monitor the movements, the body language, how the presentation skills and all these things. So that is required also. Be prepared for group discussion this time. And if at all it is there, well and good. If not there, no problem. It helps a lot in the interview also. Whatever the group discussion topics are there, indirectly it helps a lot in to face the interview properly.
Okay. Very generic suggestion, sir, and very good suggestion to everyone. Guys, be prepared for your GD. If the GD will be there, then very good. If it is not there, the GD points which you have prepared, the data you have prepared for GD will be definitely helping you during your mock interview. Correct. So like pandemic was there last year, SBI not conducted. Maybe SBI will discontinue this year also. Maybe. But if it will be conducted at the last moment, you got the information in your call letter that GD is there, you should start preparing for it also. Yeah. Sir, even I was taking the SBI batches from many years. So I was observing that SBI, in the SBI PO interview, there are lots of candidates, those are already bank clerks. They are working as a bank clerk.
Clerk.
And there are lots of candidates, those are working as a SBI assistant, SBI clerk. So, sir, which type of question they may get in the interview, sir?
First of all, what is their role in the SBI, particularly if at all he is working as a single window operator, that is the frontline staff. What type of duties he is handling? What type of products he is handling? Take for example, if at all he is handling in housing loans sanction seat, how many you are processing? What are the challenges? What type of information you are collected from the borrower while sanctioning a housing loan? Like that, his role set, that type of questions will arise. If at all he is working in a lockers department, lockers, what is the nomination facility for locker? If at all joint lockers are there, how you are addressing that issue? If at all joint lockers are given nomination separately, whether you are taking it or not, that type of the systems and the procedures, particularly with regard to his seat, they may rise because they are having the full knowledge about the systems and the procedures and the role sets of different people working in the organization. Not only this one, particularly they will ask about whether he is having the managerial skills or not, because at present he is in clerk. Clerk means that is a single window operator. Whether if at all you are posted as a branch manager, the deposits are less, advances recovery is poor, how you will manage that show? That type of questions they will rise. If at all he is answering in a structured manner, then he will be the winner. Otherwise, it will be a problem to him.
Okay. So, guys, sir is telling us that for the candidate, those are already working as a bank clerk. For them, they just have good idea, very good idea actually about their current working, what they have worked in the past, what they are working at present. Each and every question they should prepare related to it, and they will be actually checking the quality. Are you qualified to work as a bank PO? Because bank POs are getting posted as a branch manager also very soon. So are you have qualities of that administration qualities or not? So if you have, definitely it will be a good edge for you. Maybe you will be able to score good marks because you are already from the same organization and you have knowledge related to the organization working, and you have qualities also to work as a PO. Then you may get the good marks in that case. So
But bank will also prefer to take the candidates from their own bank. Why? Because
yes,
learning curve is very important.
yes,
If at all I have taken a raw candidate, then I have to train, I have to place, I have to get the things done from him. But instead of that, if at all any experienced candidate are there, instant results will get from that particular person to the bank. But here, the managerial skills is there or not. That is to be tested by the interview board.
Got it, sir. Got it. So, guys, very clear. Usually, the working professions, those are related to the banking sector. We can clearly say that clerk, they get preference if they are able to prove themselves that we are capable to work on the position of PO. So this is good. Any suggestion for the married women, sir? Please, any particular points to be followed? Kuch married women, sir, a few married women are asking question that I got 2-3 questions similar to that. Married women, is there any specific question or is there any disadvantage for them in the interview?
No, not that type of disadvantage and other things. That is only imagination, or they are thinking like that. But married women, how they will manage their personal lives, particularly if at all a spouse is working in elsewhere, and how she will manage that particular other place. If at all she posted in other than that spouse place, how she will manage. If at all that madam is having some children, how he will manage all these things, because here they should be ready with the answers, the proper answers. If at all that answers are satisfied by the interview board, that is not a issue, not a challenge.
Got it, sir. Got it. Got it. So, few students are asking about the marks. Guys, already sir told that every processor, your means is a separate process, interview GD is a separate process, and interview is a separate process. So your marks are kept separately. And in the last, they are taking out the merit list. So the marks are not getting from here and there, here and there. आपके marks यहाँ वहाँ नहीं होते, तो परेशान ना हो. Whatever you have done in your mains, that will be kept with the mains team, GD team, interview team. Then all together will come for the final selection. This is what. For the gap years, guys, I will suggest you on the basis of your profile, what you have done, you have to create the question. There should not be a generic answer for the gap year. You can't create a generic answer which will be relevant for everyone. It should be based on your profile, that what you have done. On the basis of that, you have to take out your answers for your gap year, how many gaps you have. Sir, one question, sir, I will definitely ask you. There are lots of candidates from the UPSC background nowadays coming to the banking sector, especially SBI PO, sir. And they have already written the pre and mains examination of UPSC multiple times, and now they want to come to the banking sector, and they have the gap of 3 to 4 years, 5 years. What is there in the panel members' mind while taking the interview of an aspirant who belongs to the UPSC, who are preparing for IAS, IPS for 3 years, 4 years, and now want to come to the banking sector? Do they have any disadvantage, sir, these candidates?
It is not a disadvantage. Why? Because he is swimming in that particular UPS for a period of 3 years. He knows the nuts and bolts of the bank, economy, financial system, world economy, that gives some good or positive results to the bank also. Banking is a part of the economy. So these people, if they are having good knowledge, definitely they will manage the customers, they manage the borrowers, they manage the top officials, they will achieve the budgets. All these things are positive. But if at all due to bad luck or others, they may not get that IAS or IPS, whatever it is there. But this is also a good platform for them. It is not a barrier. It is not a negative. But if at all they applied for that particular IAS, they may ask some questions on macro economy and what are the world economy. All these things they will try to ask some more questions to extract whether the tough candidate failed in the IAS or weak candidate failed in the IAS. That type of information they will call out from the candidate.
Correct, sir, correct. And everyone in the UPSC examination is having their one main subject, the subject in which they were going to write the mains examination. So guys, you can definitely expect the few questions, because the panel member, those are sitting in front of you, they are not only expert in banking. You
Correct.
will be finding them expert in geography, history, economy, polity. So do not think like my subject is history, so what type of question? There will lots of question in front of you related to history also. If you are a UPSC candidate, if your background was the history main subject in your UPSC mains, and you have written the mains examination on history, so you can definitely expect the question. Sir, there is a question, and a very genuine question. Should we wear the mask during the interview time, sir? Because of this pandemic, what will be the expected procedure, sir?
Means what is the expecting procedure means what? I could not catch your point.
Sir, students are asking, when they are going in front of panel, they are sitting in front of panel for the interview, should they wear the mask or they can remove the mask?
Mask.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Here, now in the interview board, they have created a one platform for the interview, and the distance is also maintained. Before the candidate, one glass is also arranged by the interview board, because they can remove the mask, they can talk with the interview freely. Because if at all mask is there, the communication snags or communication barriers will arise. That's why what the recently, that is the last 2 years, what they arranged is before that particular candidate, one glass they will arrange. So if at all he is talking, no disturbance to the particular interview board member. If he is removed the mask, then it is fine for him. The communication clarity will be there. There is no problem. There is no problem. They have taken care of that particular area. And if at all they put a mask, then they may not listen properly, and all problems will arise. For that also, they arrived at the solution.
Got it, sir. Got it, sir. Got it. Mrunal, you have some question related to the pending education loan and all. You can drop me personally for these types of questions in the Telegram group. My Telegram group is Aditya Sir J Genius. You can find it on Telegram, and just you can raise such type of question to me. And guys, the question relevant to your particular graduation, like you have done arts, this type of question will come. You have done commerce, this type of question will come. These types of question we can discuss separately. Even you can raise such questions in the Telegram group. So maybe I can help you with the help of my voice message board. Okay. Blazer, I told you already, sir has discussed over the wearing. Rishikesh and other people, those who are asking about the wearing, what they have to wear on that day, what are the clothes pattern they have to follow. In the starting of the session already, sir have given the proper idea related to what you have to wear on that day. Please watch this session from the starting onwards. You will be able to get an idea properly related to it. Dress code related, every discussion, sir, I have already done. Okay. So, sir, some situation-based questions, sir, can you share in the last? We'll be winding up after that, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Situations. Suppose in the banking situations, we raise some questions, particularly in a particular village, the people are not putting their savings in the bank. They are putting their money in their house only. How to mobilize that type of a business? Or in that particular village, almost all borrowers are taken the loan from the bank and they are not paying. As a credit officer, how you are going to recover that particular amount? This type of a situation based questions we will raise it. Take for example, in that particular village, you don't have any house, proper house, whether you are commuted from other place to this place or not. If you are commuted, what are the disadvantages to the bank and whether productivity will lost to the bank or not? This type of questions are situation based questions we will ask. Suppose if at all trees are flying, what will happen to the human beings?
Okay.
If all trees are flying, some of the people they told really the oxygen is not evenly distributed.
Okay.
Second one is if at all trees are flying, it interrupts the movement of the flights. So, like some questions, because whether he is having that particular type of questions, a proper answer or proper strategies are there, or thinking process. We are focusing on thinking process of the candidate. That type of questions are normally we will ask.
So, sir, do we have any exact type of answers related, like all trees are flying? What can be the answer for this question?
Actually, here thinking process. I told about thinking. Process. First of all, he told oxygen is not evenly distributed. Correct.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Next, no deserts. Earlier deserts, trees are not there. Other than now, there is no desert.
Correct.
Next,
Equally
once the
distributed.
trees are flying, it
Yes.
interrupts the flying of aeroplanes. That is
Yes,
also
sir.
correct. Because here, logical reasoning or thinking process, we will.
Awesome, sir. Really, it was very learning question, and I have really felt like these types of question, if comes in the front of candidate, they will be feeling like, oh my God, what we have to do. Guys, you have to keep patience. Think about what are the logics you can take out from that question and just put your logics. Yeah. Okay, sir. And one question I have shortlisted. Sir, low marks in the graduation and schooling, do it impact to the interview, sir?
No, here the interview board, whatever the 10 parameters are there, we will assess both those parameters only. Okay. Some of the candidates, they may be weak in earlier education, but once they have completed that examination, definitely their intelligence is having. Suppose take for example 1:20 candidates for appearing the exam. Out of that 1:3 we will pick up. 3 candidates means 17 candidates are not up to mark. These 3 candidates are fair when compared to the 20 candidates. So we will think in that manner, not compartmental, but we will ask. We will ask the question, why you have passed that examination with the least mark? Why compartmental passing? Then if at all he tell about the genuine reason, definitely we will accept that reason, but we will ask that type of questions. Why the marks are scored where less in SSC and more in intermediate and compartmental passing in graduation, like that type of questions we will ask, and the genuine reasons they have to tell, then interview board will accept. No fabricated answers.
Yeah, you should be genuine on these types of question, like age related question, why your age is so much high, and you are so definitely you are applying in the age which is already which is under qualification by the State Bank of India. So there is no such question related to the age, like you will not apply, you are unable to apply more than the age group which is already there in the notification, right? So age group, there's no issues. Don't you think? Do not think about the age and all. It is okay, right? So yeah, one question is asking, sir, how much second time we should take? Guys, you should not take more time in front of panel to think, and means they should not feel irritated. From the time you are taking to remember to just recalling your answers or to framing your answers, take that much time in which they can be patiently wait. If they will feel irritated, they will not wait for you. They will raise the next question. Okay, next question. And you can't do anything after that. Yeah. So, sir, I think you have given lots of tips, lots of suggestions to all the students, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot. And sir will be there in our panel to help you guys in the mock interviews. If you will be joining the batch of Oliveboard, sir will be there to take your mock interviews. You will able to discuss your personal type of, like you have done graduation in that, so which type of question can be asked. This type of question you can ask to sir individually, one-to-one with the sir, while mock interviews conducted by the Oliveboard team with sir. So thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot joining us, sir, at late evening, sir. Have a good day, sir. Thank you.
Same to you.
So guys, here we had our very experienced sir, Siva Rama sir, with us. I hope you guys have find this session very much relevant for your preparation. आप लोगों को लगा होगा कि हाँ भाई बहुत सारी चीजें आपको इस सेशन में सीखने के लिए मिली, or you can start your preparation with the help of all the suggestions shared by sir. And definitely I am also going to implement all the points told by sir in my interview batch. मैं भी काफी सारी चीजें इंप्लीमेंट करूंगा अपने बैच में, काफी सारे चेंजेस करूंगा अपने बैच में. All the things suggested by sir. You guys can go and check the Oliveboard website for the interview batch, personalized interview batch. Link is already pinned here. You can click on it. You can use the coupon code Aditya, that is my name, ADICY Aditya, for the maximum discount on this batch. Join it today. We'll be starting the batch from 29th of January onwards. And you will be getting 2 one-to-one mock interviews under it. One mock interview will be taken by the Oliveboard faculty. That will be usually me. And the second mock will be taken by our senior members, like you have just met with Ramas. So these types of senior members will be taking your second interview. Okay? You can check all the details of batch on the Oliveboard website. Link has already given here. Do not miss to use the coupon code Aditya. Chalo guys, I'll be meeting you back. In our daily current affairs show TNA. Till that time, guys, keep watching Oliveboard. Jai Hind.